Hello and welcome to this edition of the Ham Radio Guy, coming to you live from Hamcation 2023. We will be walking through the different buildings and some different vendors today, looking through the tailgate area, looking for just that special item that you don't really need, but you think you do. As we were able to walk around Hamcation here today, we were able to see a lot of the different vendors that were with most Hamfest that you'll find, such as Diamond Antennas and Flex Radio, Heil Sound, Mastraint, ICOM, Yaesu, TN07 Engineering, Common Antennas, ABR Industries. You'll find them at most of the Common Hamfest, like Huntsville and Dayton Hamvention, along with others like Quicksilver and Hamwares, and then also like Dayton Hamvention's been here. But one of them we came across was the M17 project, and so we were able to have a conversation with them for a little bit, and I'll give you the quick summary here of kind of what we were able to go through and exactly a little bit more detail what that M17 project is. The M17 is developing a new digital radio protocol for data and voice. It's made by and for amateur radio operators. This is a mode that is similar to like DMR, Yaesu System Fusion, but the key to this is that it is a free and open codec to voice encoder. It's an open source. There's no patents, no royalties, no licensing, no barriers. You can modify this and manipulate it. This is a kind of a freedom, open source radio product that they're still developing. It's getting to be more and more popular. Speaking with the vendors here with M17, that they are started working with things like the Radio Finder radio, starting to use some of those. They were using a Zoom spot they were able to use it with. It was not available for open source for like the Shark RF to use M17 with them, but they continued to work on some radio designs. One key thing was that they had this modulation device that was basically you could plug your microphone into, and then it connected right to the radio. And it was pretty simple, pretty straightforward. And they have really, started to come a long way in this over the last year or two. So, this is something you can certainly check out. I believe there's some beta testing out there for it. And you can certainly get in there and start to look at this a little bit more. Digital modes are commonly networked together through linked repeaters using IP networking. And this is the same for, commercial products like DMR, and that they, link metropolitan and state networks together. And it gives the ability of amateur radio operators to create that more global communication network. M17 is designed along the same way, with this in mind, using a native IP framing to support it. So using a standard IP framing, M17 is a big Indian consistent with other IP protocols, and they have standard UDP ports on port 17,000. It's recommended but not required, and there's packets and stuff that are transmitted and pulled across there, across the network. And so, it's still kind of being built out and still being utilized in small ways. It's not out there for everyone yet, I'd say, as they're still trying to figure a few things out. But it is definitely a voiced application, again, similar to like Yaesu System Fusion, DMR, and that, you can go out and play with this a little bit with some clients, repeaters, gateways, etc. That you can find out there. You can visit them on 17project.org. And if you'd like to be able to support this, please reach out to them. There is a donate button on their website that will get you to a spot to help them out with this, and they can, I'm sure, use some assistance and continue to fund this. But again, it's made for amateurs and by amateurs. So reach out to m17project.org and visit them today. And we'll be visiting with David here. And welcome back to the Ham Radio Guy. We're here live with Hamcation 2023, and we're here with KO4 KHB David. He's a first-time Hamcation goer and been a ham since about December of 20. And good morning, David.
Hey, good morning. Thanks for having me on.
Hey, not a problem. Just kind of looking to see. Look, the doors opened here about half hour ago, and we're just kind of getting into the gates. Is this your first time to Hamcation, right?
It is my first time to Hamcation, and since December of 20, during COVID, when my wife kicked me out the door and said, "Go find a hobby, get out of the house." I found Parks on the Air right away, and so I walked in the gate and checked in at the POTA tent. Had to make sure I'd check in with my people.
Looks like you got some POTA gear already. You got a patch and a lanyard there with your name on everything. Some new gear that they are doing exclusive for Hamcation here, first time this year. So you're able to pick up some of that already. And how many parks have you activated so far?
The POTA folks are great here. They have the swag game is strong. I had to make sure I come out of here with good swag, and I got my POTA swag really good. I think I'm up to 105 activations. Have family, and I do business travel, so I try to get an activation in on business travel and sneak in on the road.
Absolutely. I've done the same thing with some of my business travel that I'm able to do through my full-time job, and I've done some POTA activations in different states because of that, and it's been really cool. How much of Hamcation have you seen besides this, or you just kind of come in the gates and almost get to the table right away?
Yeah, I just came right into the gate, checked in with the POTA folks. I was hoping to look for, I've done one Summits on the Air because we have one mountain in southern Georgia, and then I've done 2 islands for U.S. islands on the air on Lake Martin in Alabama. So, trying to diversify my activations, and I need to add DX to my portfolio here pretty soon.
Well, very cool. I appreciate that. Well, thank you for just taking a few times to step away with us and have a little bit of a conversation here at Hamcation and enjoy it, and hope you enjoy it. There's a lot to see and do here. So hopefully the weather will hold off for us today. It's supposed to rain around noon or 1, so hopefully you can get everything in before then.
Yeah, it's pretty exciting to be here, and thanks for the interview, 7-3.
Not a problem. Have a good one. Thank you. And so that will bring this show to a wrap. We are not going to include any news in this episode, as we are coming to you from Hamcation. We're hoping to have a few more vendors that we can meet with again and get you some more episodes here on the air. But stay tuned and please subscribe as we try and get back active with this channel again and get this going, and have some other podcast processes of thoughts in mind of some subject matters I'd like to be able to cover. So please stay tuned with us, and make sure you hit the subscribe button and tell your friends about us as well. And we'll see you on the next episode.